Welcome to the lecture, dear students. Today we are going to continue some of the problems on exponential distribution. So let us read the problem. The time between the calls to a plumbing supply business has an exponential distribution with a mean of 1.4 minutes. So the mean is given as 1.4 minutes. What's the mean in exponential distribution? It is 1 over lambda. So from there you have to find out the value of lambda. Then what is the probability that a call is received within 30 seconds? So here it is given in minutes and here the units is changed as 30 seconds. So we have to change that into minutes and then solve the problem. Let us now see that the solution. Exponential distribution, the mean of exponential distribution is given by 1 over lambda, and this 1 over lambda is given as 1.4 minutes. Therefore, what is lambda? Lambda is given by 1 over 1.4 and this is around 0.7142. Okay. Now we have to find out the probability that a call is received within 30 seconds. So that means probability of x less than 30 seconds. So we have to change that into minutes because the mean is given in minutes. So we write that as P of x less than 30 by 60 minutes. Okay. What do you mean by 30 by 60? Is nothing but probability of x less than 0.5. Now the formula for probability of x less than means it is 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x and the value is 1 minus e raised to minus 0.7142 times of x is 0.5. So when you do this as the calculation, it is 1 minus 0.69967 and the value is 0.30033. So this is the solution. I hope you could understand the problem and how to solve this because it's already given that it is exponential distribution. Now let us go to the next problem. He has given you what is the value of lambda. So determine all these following. So one by one let us see. P of x less than or equal to 0. So the formula is 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x and that is 1 minus e raised to minus 2 times of 0 which is equal to 1 minus 1 which is equal to 0. And then the next one is P of x greater than or equal to 2. So here you have to use e raised to minus lambda x, that is e raised to minus 2 times of 2, that is e raised to minus 4, and the value of e raised to minus 4 is 0.018. Okay, and then what is the probability of 1 less than x less than 2? So what do you mean by this? If you understand the real line in between 1 and 2, this is what the portion. So how to find out what is 1 less than x less than 2? How to find out this? If I remove for less than 2 means this whole thing. Minus less than 1 if I do, I get the length between 1 and 2. So we write this as P of x less than 2 minus P of x less than 1. Then we get from 1 to 2. So less than 2 means 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x. That means minus lambda 2. Let us write down very clearly. It is e raised to minus lambda times of 2 minus 1 minus e raised to minus lambda times of 1. So anyhow this 1 and 1 gets cancelled. Here 1 minus e power minus 2 lambda minus 1 plus e power minus lambda. So that is 1 and 1 gets cancelled. It is minus e raised to minus 2 times of, he has given you the value of lambda as 2. So it is minus 2 times of 2 plus e raised to minus 2. So that is minus e raised to minus 4 plus e raised to minus 2. So let us see this when you apply using the calculator, we can get the value as 0.1173. I hope you could understand this problem. Yes, and then what is the next question in this? Find x such that p of x less than x is 0.05. Already the probability is given to you. You are going to find out for what value of x it is 0.05. So the formula for this is 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x is 0.05. Now what it implies? 1 minus e raised to minus 2x is equal to 0.05. So what is 1 minus 0.05 is e raised to minus 2x. So what is 1 minus 0.05 is 0.95 is given by e raised to minus 2x. So how to get the value of x? It is ln of 0.95 is minus 2x. So the value of x is ln of 0.95 is over 2. And that gives you the value as x is equal to 0.0256. So you can do this now. Okay. So this is what the problem where for which value of x it is equal to 0.05 means this is what the way to solve the problem. Now let us go to the next problem. X has this S is a S can be modeled by an exponential distribution with lambda is equal to 0.0003. So what is the proportion of the fans will last at least 10,000 hours is the question. So now how to solve this? The solution for the bit A, and already given that it is an exponential distribution with lambda is 0.0003. Now the proportion for the fall, it lasts at least 10,000 hours. What do you mean by at least? At least means greater than or equal to. So P of x greater than or equal to 10,000 is given by e raised to minus lambda x, that is e raised to minus of 0.0003 times of 10,000. And that gives you this whole value gives you 0.0497. Now coming to the next one. What proportion of the fans will last at most 7,000 hours means less than or equal to. So P of x less than or equal to 7,000 gives you 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x, that is 1 minus e raised to minus 0.0003 times of 7,000. That gives you 1 which is 0.8775. This is the answer. I hope you could understand this problems. With this, we have done with the exponential distributions. We have done with all the varieties of problems. When it is given as exponential distribution, we can easily do it. When it is not given, how to find out exponential, whether it is exponential or not, and how to find out the value of lambda. All these problems we have done using the exponential distribution. Thank you.